Hello, Supernatural family. This is Madison Winchester, and I am here to make my very first monster profile that was suggested by my good friend, the Trash Picture Show. So, thank you so much, Marty, for making that suggestion. So, here I am doing that. This is exciting. And I'm just trying to keep my voice down because almost everyone in my house is asleep, so I don't want to wake anyone up. So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about our very first monster from season one, um, which is the Woman in White. Yes, the Woman in White. This is gonna be awesome because she was our first monster that 17 hunted. So this should be fun. Alright, so what do we know about her? She is a ghost. So we gotta keep that in mind. She is a ghost. And I'm on Supernatural Wiki, so I'm gonna be reading about, you know, ghosts like her. And I'll be reading about um what she was like before she died and why she did what she did, like how she killed herself or whatever. So I'll be getting more and more into that. So if I look like I'm slow at responding, or not look because you can't see me, but if it sounds like I'm slow at responding, please forgive me on that. I'm just trying to read up on everything. So yeah, it's just because I'm trying to read on it. So let's get this started. So the woman in white, like I said, she is a ghost. So she um let's see here. She kidnaps men or even children after suffering from love issues and committing suicide when they were alive. So even for those for those people that have cheated before in their relationships, she gets to throw a motorcycle. No, that's not what she does. She doesn't do anything to a motorcycle. But like, let's say someone has been unfaithful to their girlfriend, boyfriend, and all of that. She mostly does it to men that have cheated on their wives, their girlfriends, and all of that. So she kidnaps them, and she gets to play like innocent victim, telling them that she needs to go home. Then once she tells them, where to go, you know, then she tells them I can never go home, but she never revealed why she can never go home. So, um, it shows here that these types of ghosts, they exist in Hawaii, Mexico, and the U.S. So, that means for any of us that live in the U.S., Hawaii, or Mexico, watch out. um, so let's see here. I'm gonna try to read a little more on this. So with a woman in white, she would always show up as a deceased, beautiful woman that would wear white dresses, and they kidnap people that they interact with. Um, let's see here. When they were alive, they all had children, and when they suffered a temporal alienation after the men they loved became unfaithful, they drowned their children. Then they commit suicide, and subsequently, they must spend the rest of eternity on earth looking for their children, crying and suffering until they find them. So, if any of you remember how, how she found her children, it was because Sam took her home, and, she looked up. at the stairs, and there were her children as ghosts. So, so this woman in white's name was Constance Welch. So I'll be reading about her. Her husband was named Joseph Welch. So let's see here. Yeah, Constance Welch. She was the woman in white, and she was the first monster that the Winchester brothers fought in the series in season 1, episode 1. Um, it says here that in 1981, 24-year-old Constance Welch drowned after she jumped off Sylvania Bridge near the Centennial Highway in Jericho, California. An hour previously, she had called 911 and reported that her two children drowned in the bath after she briefly left them unattended. But in reality, she went insane and drowned her children after finding out her husband Joseph had been unfaithful. Now, with this part, we don't know if she did it on purpose or if it was one of those things to where she was really heartbroken to where, like it was like a reflex or something. I know that part doesn't make sense, but I think her husband Joseph tried to deny it, and this is why I'm saying that is because he says something to Sam after Sam explained everything about the one in white. So let me see if I can share it. Just trying to find out. All right, there we go. All right, so here it is, season 1, episode 1, and Sam here is about to talk to Joseph about the one in white. So here we go.
Mr. Welch, you ever hear of a woman in white?
A what?
A woman in white, or sometimes weeping woman. It's a ghost story. Well, it's more of a phenomenon, really. They're spirits. They've been sighted for hundreds of years. Dozens of places in Hawaii, in Mexico, lately in Arizona, Indiana. All these are different women, you understand, but all share the same story.
Boy, I don't care much for nonsense.
See, when they were alive, their husbands were unfaithful to them. And these women, basically suffering from temporary insanity, murdered their children. And once they realized what they had done, they took their own lives. So now their spirits are cursed, walking back roads, waterways. And if they find an unfaithful man, they kill him. And that man is never seen again.
You think that has something to do with Constance? You smart ass.
You tell me.
I mean, maybe I made some mistakes. But no matter what I did, Constance never would have killed her own children. Now you get the hell out of here, and you don't come back.
Okay, so that's about it. But as you can see, he only said that he may have made some mistakes, but he neither, you know, denied or clarified that he did cheat on her. So, but I think Sam did put the pieces together, and that's when he told Dean that he was unfaithful. So, okay, who's the second person watching? I want to know who it is. And now they vanished. Okay, they come and go, huh? They come and go. Anyways, so sorry, trying to make myself comfortable. All right, so um, that's when you know, I think Sam did put the pieces together, and he was able to tell Dean that the husband was unfaithful. So even though Joseph didn't admit it or denied it, that he did, you know, I think that's when Sam put the pieces together and he realized that that Joseph was unfaithful to his wife. So it says here that ever since her death, she haunted the highway, appearing as a hitchhiker to young men. Constance would beg to be taken home, but once on arrival to an old abandoned house, she protests that she could never go home. She would then kill the young men after she tempted them into being unfaithful. 10 men died on the same 5-mile stretch of highway before Sam and Dean Winchester stopped her. So, um, let me see here. So, yeah, she would, like I said before, she would, she would beg the men to, take her home. And, you know, she would take them to this old abandoned house, and she would tell them that she could never go home. But after revealing that, she would kill her victims. So she would kill the men that she hitchhiked with, and had begged for them to take her home. So that's when, like, after she would reveal how she could never go home, she would kill them. And that sounds really scary when you think about it. It's like one of those really scary ghost stories, but that's what this is, right? So, oh my god, I dreamt about this. Oh my god, it's like those dreams you have where you dream something is happening, and then it actually turns out to be true. You really are, it becomes reality. That's insane. Anyways, it shows here on the voicemail message, John Winchester leaves Dean. Um, he does leave Dean a voicemail, but there was a EVP of Constance saying, "I can never go home." When Dean and Sam forced her to enter her old home, the ghosts of her 2 children appeared. They embraced their mother, and her spirit was dragged into the afterlife. So, that's as we can remember on what is said before, that you know they would roam on the earth forever as ghosts until they find their children that they killed. You know, so that's why at first she could never go home, because it was like feeling ashamed for what she did, and um, that's why she was able to do everything that she did. So, um, yeah, she found her 2 children in her old abandoned house, and they dragged her down with her to the afterlife. I'm not gonna say whether if they went to heaven or hell. I don't know which one, but let's just say that they crossed over, but we don't know which part. So, anyways, I'm gonna end this pretty soon. My voice is getting raspy. Um, let's see here. I think I found. Oh, this is this is something I think is interesting. They roam in rivers and roads. You know, ghosts like the women in white. So they roam in rivers and roads, and when they find a man who cheats, they kill him, and the man is never seen again. If the man they find does not already cheat, then they try to make them cheat by seducing them. They get angry when men refuse to obey them, such as Sam resisting Constance's seduction. So they attack them while taking their true form. So um, that means when she appeared the way that she did to Sam after he resisted, she showed up as like this really scary woman with like um it looked like she did have skin, but it was like you see like her teeth and everything she did look pretty scary. And so even says here, even though they can appear as normal and beautiful women in white dresses, they have another form they hide. Is their true form bears resemblance to a corpse, gray skin, sunken eyes, and no lips. Also, their hands become claw-like in this form. So that's why she showed up the way that she did, because that was her real physical appearance. So that's why she showed her true form like that to Sam when he refused to seduce her. So um, but of course that's when Sam was able to take her home, and um, she went she went and crossed over with her children. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the Wound and Wire so far. Um, of course, we already know their weaknesses, which is iron and salt, and burning their bones. So I think that's pretty much it. So I think that actually wraps up this video. That's pretty much all we need to know about the woman in white. She's dangerous. Or she was dangerous, but still. So I'm going to end it here because that's pretty much all we need to know about the woman in white. So let me end this by saying sweet dreams. I'm kidding. Okay, that's a bad line. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna try to get my sleep. That's probably another reason why my voice is raspy, because I'm tired. So they just say good night, and everyone stay strong, always keep fighting, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this first monster profile. So just remember, always keep fighting and stay strong. Always love yourself. And so I will see you all later. Carry on.